Hi, it's Rupy from the Doctor's Kitchen, and today I'm going to be on Balance TV showing you a couple of recipes. It's going to be really simple, really easy, and certainly very nutritious for you. We're going to start off with what I describe as a Greek style fry up. It's got oregano, loads of delicious flavours, and then we're going to do some other recipes a little bit later as well. Alright, so to start off, you just want your pan on a low to medium heat. Now this is something that I like to do before I run into work because it only takes 10-15 minutes and it's going to get you full until lunchtime. So we're going to start off with some artichokes. Now these are packaged, they just come from a jar. They've already been really cooked, and you'll see with artichokes they're actually quite hard to cook. You need to steam them for a long time. You need to make sure you're peeling away all the different outer leaves as well. So this is actually quite a nice hack, and they're already flavoured as well. Try and get one that's low in salt if possible, but I'm just going to go straight in with these. Probably about 20-30 grams or so. And the other ingredient I'm going to go in with are Kalamata olives. You can use all different sorts of olives, but olives are a staple of the Mediterranean diet. It's really quality fat as well. These have just been preserved in a bit of water, and again you want to go for the low salt variety as well, because otherwise you're going to be over seasoning your ingredients. So these are going to go in with the artichokes here. And it seems a bit unusual to be using all these sorts of ingredients for breakfast, but that's what I want you to try and get into the habit of, like using a variety of different ingredients at breakfast time. It doesn't all need to be sweet and cereal and high sugar items. You want something that's actually going to keep you full, but it's going to introduce different ingredients into your food. Alright, so the tomatoes, all we're going to do with these are just half them. These are just some simple baby tomatoes. You can use some larger tomatoes if you have. In that case, I would just use 2 or 3. Again, another fresh ingredients, and the water from this is actually going to cook our eggs. And I'm going to be putting everything into one pan because in the morning you don't want all that fuss. You don't want to clean up loads of different pans or have them waiting for you when you come back from work. So you just want to make sure that you've got everything nice and sorted, and you can actually enjoy your breakfast as well. Okay, so when your pan's got a bit of heat on, just go in with about a teaspoon or tablespoon of some quality extra virgin olive oil. Now, a lot of people are quite scared to use quality olive oil in cooking, and the thing you want to remember is that you don't want to take it at too high a temperature. If you take it at too high a temperature, that's when you destroy the bonds in this beautiful ingredient and all the different polyphenols as well. So for low heat cooking, it's absolutely fine, and you can use it to dress salads as well, as much as possible. It's a really good ingredient, very heart healthy, lots of evidence about that as well. With the tomatoes, we're just gonna put them in. I mean, for presentation wise, you want to try and keep them cut side down, but we're in a rush, so it doesn't matter about that. I'm just gonna put them in. Give them a tiny bit of seasoning, but there's going to be a lot of saltiness from the olives and the artichokes as well, so you don't want to add some more salt at this point. We're going to go with some dried oregano, so you can use fresh oregano, absolutely fine, but dried oregano again is a really nice concentrated source of those different flavours as well. There's nothing wrong with using dry herbs. There's a bit of pretentiousness about having to use fresh all the time, but it's a very convenient way of introducing more flavour into your food. Just give those a little bit of a mix around. Just going to add some spinach. Now, spinach, greens, if you follow me on Instagram, The Doctor's Kitchen, you'll know how much of a fan I am of getting different sorts of greens into your diet. And spinach, you can use Brussels sprouts, you can use even a bit of cavolo nero, or with some finely diced kale as well. Roughly chop it. I'm going to put some over our olives and our artichokes. So this up to this point is a vegan meal essentially, and you can keep it vegan if you want. Instead of using eggs, you can just use maybe a bit more of the tomatoes, maybe a bit more of the artichokes, but I'm going to use some eggs. I'm just going to crack some free range eggs into the side, and that spinach is actually going to help with the water and steam the eggs through as well. The other thing you could use is a bit of flavoured tofu. So you can get some marinated tofus now, they're really good, or even some plain tofu that you add flavour to as well. And if you did want like a little bit of flavour, like some ideas for flavour, dried oregano, extra virgin olive oil, bit of sun-dried tomato paste, mix it together and just put it instead of the eggs here. Side here, add another drizzle of olive oil onto the side of that pan, and then you want to crack your eggs onto this. Now I've pre-cracked these because I wanted to make sure it was perfect for the video, but at home I usually just crack it straight in. Don't worry if you crack the eggs, but you want to try and keep the presentation nice. And just simply put that on the sides. So when your whites are cooked from the bottom, just like it is here, just get a saucepan lid and just put it on top. This breakfast is really like a great collection of different sorts of fibres as well. You've got fibre from the artichokes, you've got the spinach in there, you've got lots of different flavours as well. And it's just so easy to make as well. And so for a breakfast option, when you're limited on time, you can have a fry up and still feel good about it. So it's been about 2 or 3 minutes. You can check as well just to make sure that the eggs are cooked, but you'll see you've got some perfectly cooked wobbly eggs in the top there, and that is your breakfast, and it's all done. If you've got any excess water, you can just take the lid off and then just evaporate the rest of it. Just turn that off. And that is just a super simple Greek Mediterranean style, whatever you want to call it, with some brushed tomatoes, some beautiful olives. You can serve this with avocado, maybe even some whole grain bread if you want a little bit more carbohydrate. This is a perfect breakfast to start your day. I hope you like watching that. You can find more of the Doctor's Kitchen on my YouTube channel as well, and Balance TV too.